What's up, everybody? It's Life Coach D coming at you, and I'm coming at you with Vision Chronicles. So I do believe I left off right around 1998, where I was letting you guys know that I had obtained my bachelor's degree in theology, and the encouragement was to never let anything stop you from reaching any of your dreams and goals. So I'll pick up there in 1998. One of the things that I was really excited to do was actually leave California, go back to Michigan, and do some things in full-time ministry as it pertains to mentoring young people, kind of like I was. I felt like, now I have the credentials to go back and do some things. I've been experienced in working in education and things of that nature, and so I thought it was going to be a great idea to go back home and do that. So a 2-year process was worked out to where I was able to go back home, and I'm very short-lived. Like I told you, I grew up in a prophetic ministry, and I'll never forget dedicating this brand new building. Another prophetic voice who was also accurate came and looked at me. It's only 2 of us about a crowd of 450 people, and he looked at me and said, "Don't sell your destiny out for the pulpit if God wants you elsewhere." And I'm telling you, when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, it was something in me that said, are you kidding me? And I can tell you that I was literally home for 4 months, and I came right back to California, and I continued pretty much where I left off. And so it was at that juncture that I started working in special education, started off doing it just as a substitute, and was kind of bouncing around from place to place. Mind you, once again, I need to emphasize to you guys that I'm visually impaired. I don't drive. I had to rely on a lot of different people, and fortunately, because I had mentored people along the way, I always had a ride. I was never late to work, and it was as if God always met my need as it pertains to how that all worked out. And so with that being said, I got to work every day. My gig turned into a full-time gig, working with a person who had a son who had autism. And this is where I said I worked in autism, and my specialty began to be autism. We were trained with some of the latest technology, and we really had a successful class where we pivoted kids out of the quote-unquote special education corner, if I can call it that, into mainstream and really making ourselves be known on the campus. The reason I bring this up is because being a person who was in the special education system, they were very good at kind of glumping us up and putting us over in a corner somewhere. But I was very avid about making the kids mainstream and putting them amongst other people, because if you keep them boxed up, a lot of opportunities won't be there. And so this is where I came back into and kind of worked in this thing full-fledged. And in the process of that, we were able to actually pioneer a program where, because I was coach and I would go hang out with the kids, I would shoot basketball and things of that nature, a lot of kids were attracted to me, and I began to recruit some of those kids into the classroom where they began to be mentors to some of the kids. And as they left us in middle school, because I was at the middle school at the time, they went to the high school and they told us that they would look out for the kids. And so there's a lot of things that I've accomplished over the years, but I would say that's one of the main things that really does my heart well, and to know that because we started that situation, because I knew how it felt to be that special education student that really didn't have people to support me like that. It was so cool that the kids were willing to do that. They bought into the vision that we had. And so yeah, that was how everything transitioned. Like I said, I made it really short because I don't want these videos to be too long. But the process of leaving home was devastating, because somebody I had a lot of faith and trust in, didn't stick to their word. And that's part of the reason I ended up coming back as quick as I did, along with, honestly, the prophetic word told me, don't chase pulpit, get out here and do pretty much what you've always done, and that's be amongst the people. And so that is how that transitioned. And so if I can inspire anybody with this video, like I said, I don't want to be too long, it would be to make sure that you always follow your heart and follow your gut. And even if you have people in your lives, or make sure you keep people in your lives that are not always going to tell you yes. You want to keep people in your lives that are going to tell you no, that's going to tell you need to think things through, that's going to challenge maybe your thoughts if they're off. But keep those kind of people in your lives, because what happens is that wisdom can go before you and actually allow you to not waste a lot of time. And that's what happened, we were transitioning back to Michigan, and I ended up coming back because I listened to some of the people that had some wisdom and insight beyond where I was, because you couldn't have told me anything differently, especially having moved all the way back to Michigan, that I was going to end up right back in California. But in the next videos, I will tell you what has transitioned as a result of that move and some of the great things that happened as a result. So that's what I have. So until you guys hear from me again, I just remember your lives are very valuable. Much love. God bless. Peace be the journey. And Vision Chronicles will continue.